away from their independence into something that is more committed. So I'm definitely feeling that there. I'm also noticing that we do have the Knight of Swords energy here as well. And the Knight of Swords type of personality, especially when it comes to love relationships, is going to be someone who comes in super fast and intense and kind of like makes you feel like everything is going amazing. Like this is like, it's almost like it feels like it's a dream come true. But the Knight of Swords has kind of like, in a way, a very short, I would say, the best way I can put it is a short attention span, in that there is something that is drawing their attention in that they are all about. They're giving it all their time, all their energy, and then they're kind of getting either bored quickly, or someone who kind of, if they're still very independent and kind of dating and stuff like that, that they would be that person who would lose interest very quickly and kind of go to the next thing, the next person to date, or just kind of do their own thing all by themselves with being single. Because I feel like this person, like I said, I just kind of get this energy from them that they're super independent. They're in their life right now, kind of working on their career and their passions and things of that nature. And I feel like having super strong feelings and emotions are something that may make them feel afraid, because we do have that Nine of Wands in reverse. This is talking about blockages with fears and anxiety that prevent someone from being able to kind of move forward. So it's almost like they feel like they need to kind of keep their distance. And I feel like there's also this energy here where I'm seeing that some of you may have revealed feelings to this person that were much stronger than the feelings that they had at the time. So let's just say that the two of you, because of the intensity here with that King of Wands energy coming in quickly, intense with the Knight of Swords energy here, that some of you may have expressed to this person really strong feelings, and maybe being open with them and telling them, hey, you know what, I think I'm falling in love with you, or just kind of showing them in a way based off of your actions that you were, I feel like, far more into emotional invested into the connection than they may have also been. Okay, some of you may have, if it may have felt like things were also moving very quickly for some of you in the connection, too much. I don't really want to say too much though, but maybe it was too intense for them too quickly, and that may have been something that also scared this person as well. Now, some of you, I'm also getting that there could have been distance, may have been something that also made this person kind of worried about allowing themselves to fall more into like or love with you, um, given that there was that distance, which could have presented some issues as well. So, because of the fears and the blockages here with that Nine of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Cups is basically this person maybe feeling that they were not ready for that intensity of that, okay? Because we have the Page of Cups here, and then we also have the King of Cups. Both of these are very different in terms of the level of intensity and the level of emotions that are invested here. The page is someone who would be flirty and really about, I mean, it can also be as someone who's emotionally immature, or even someone who is not so much emotionally invested as deeply as, say, the King of Cups, which is full on open, receptive, intense feelings, emotions. That's a lot of investment compared to the page, which is, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, um, not on the same level. Okay, so some of you could have been more open and falling for a person very quickly, whereas the other person may have been someone who was a little bit more closed off and had issues surrounding allowing themselves to be more open and more vulnerable. So if this person felt that there was a huge difference between you having, let's just say, your feelings and emotions that were all out there, and of course this could be totally flip-flopped, okay? Um, and one person who kind of was a little bit more reserved and not really revealing so much of their feelings or their emotions and talking about it, right? So I feel like with the Eight of Cups energy here, this is someone who's deciding to kind of emotionally abandon something. This is choosing to walk away, choosing to let go. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here is there's a difference between one person's feelings, the other person feeling, one person being far more emotionally invested than the other. I'm seeing someone who loses attention quickly, someone who they're bringing in the intensity. They make you feel like, wow, this is going somewhere. This is going to lead to commitment. And then all of a sudden, it's not, okay, because of their own blockages. I feel like here. Some of you, it's like the person being someone who's emotionally immature, someone who has issues with allowing themselves to be vulnerable. The King of Wands, to me, this is also more non-committal energy. I'm also noticing we have the Four of Wands here as well. And that would be more or less about, people coming together, having a good time, celebrating, having fun. It's also a symbol of a relationship, a commitment here. Okay. So I feel like with the Three of Wands, this is about foresight. This is about thinking ahead, planning ahead. And I feel like this person being someone who's incredibly independent and very passionate, right, about following their dreams, their goals, they may be that type of person who feels, am I really ready at this point in my life for commitment? Because the Nine of Pentacles is single, independent, working on your career goals and, worried about finances and building kind of like a comfortable life. So that's kind of like where their focus is shifted towards. So I'm just getting that there's these blockages that this person has about fully emotionally invested into something, especially their kind of intention is being directed elsewhere. And so with the I feel like a lot of, for some of you too, there's a lot of intimidation when it comes to feelings and their emotions, like allowing themselves to fall for someone where they almost feel like if the feelings start to get too intense, they feel like they need to kind of just like pull back, right? So this Eight of Cups is that person choosing to make the decision to just kind of like walk away, emotionally abandon. Because the Eight of Cups, I feel like too, makes it feel like this person wasn't sure what they wanted, okay, wasn't sure what they wanted, and I feel like not ready for those level of intensity of feelings and emotions if they are someone who's so incredibly independent and focused on themselves, their dreams, their goals. So it's kind of like, to me, with the Eight of Cups is like someone who's still trying to find themselves, someone who's still trying to figure out, what do I even want, out of love, out of relationships, and am I ready at this point in my life to be able to move forward with allowing myself to fall for someone, you know? So I just kind of feel like with this Knight of Swords energy, they come in very confident. Yes, this is what I want. Everything seems amazing. Everything seems great until they just kind of shift. And then it's like their attention is directed elsewhere. Okay. From what it can see here. So let's clarify. We're going to get some oracle messages here. So I am seeing water side energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have air sign energy here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So let's see what else we can get. Pile number one. Why did they ghost you? Why did they ghost you? Pile number one. And I'm also kind of getting, like with the Page of Cups, this person could have been someone who does enjoy flirting, likes to flirt with other people. Let's see here. Why did they ghost you? We have Mend a Broken Heart Fairy. We also have Healing from Heartache. Okay. So maybe past connections they're healing from. We have Never Jam today, and it says promises that never come to be, empty words, and not living in the now. Okay. So this almost makes me feel like for some of you, this person could have been just not being completely open and honest with you about what they wanted. Like I said, the King of Wands is very intense, very passionate, but it's also non-committal energy. Okay. So promises that never come to be and empty words from this person. Okay. Especially if there's someone who's still healing from a past heartbreak, right? And they're kind of still dating, maybe kind of like acting like, oh, okay, I'm ready, I'm fine, I'm good. But then as soon as there's a connection with someone and it seems like it's going to go somewhere, no, I'm not ready. you know? And to me, that's a lot of stringing along here with the empty promises, empty words, promises that never come to be. Why do they ghost you? Okay, so we have wounds, and I'm seeing how there's a little skeleton that's sitting by her. You know, this person can also be someone who's afraid of being hurt, okay, because of the healing heartache that's still here. They're just not ready. Pile one, why did they ghost you? We have becoming braver. It says resilience, experience, growing stronger, and a fresh perspective. And I feel like this is kind of something that they were trying to work towards is, you know, feeling okay. I've healed. I'm fine. I'm good. Let's try dating again. And then, oh no, hold on a second. I'm not ready yet. So pull back, pull away, right? So sometimes, you know, we go through that where we think, okay, I've mended from this heartache. I can get right back out there again and date and be fine until we're not, right? We discover we're just not ready. We're still kind of closing ourselves off, blocking ourselves off. Okay. So I'm going to be using, I think I've used this deck before and show you guys. This is from the 11 Crystals. This is a Porcelain Dolls Oracle, which is available on Etsy. And I also have a code for you guys to get a discount if you want this. The discount code is going to be Moon Moth, and I will put the link down below for you guys. But let's see what else. So why did they ghost you? Pile number one. We have love cycles, attraction, understanding, and also deep attachment. Okay, so love cycles, right? We have the person going through these cycles here where they maybe because they're trying to allow themselves to open up, right, to people. Like I said, for some of you, the intensity of falling in love, being in love again, trusting love after heartache, maybe something that this person kind of finds themselves in these cycles where you know, things get too intense and they feel like they need to kind of walk away. So I don't feel like it's like this, like the reason is this person just didn't like you and they weren't interested. I feel like they did like you and feelings were strong and were intense, but because this person is still healing here, worried about getting hurt, it's like the automatic feeling of needing to just kind of pull back and pull away. We also have the scythe here, and it says danger, rejection, and also separation. Okay, so I mean, this person could have had a fear of, you know, of rejection, being hurt again. They're seeing love maybe as something that is not safe. It's not safe for them to love. It's not safe for them to open their heart. Let's see what else. Pile one. We have vulnerability, exposed feelings, a guarded heart, and a fear of rejection. Okay. Let's see what else. Why did they ghost you? Pile one. We also have bouquet, fulfillment, and also a gift, which almost makes me feel like this person, for some of you, may have also been very intimidated by you as well. You could have been someone who like checked all the boxes for this person. Let's see what else. Why did they ghost you? Pattern one. We have the dog, and it says love, support, and also friendship, loyalty. Yeah, and it makes me feel like if this person is someone who's afraid of getting hurt, um, afraid of getting hurt here, you know, are they ready for being loyal? You know, they could have also maybe for some of you, depending on what happened in their past, they have trust issues about someone not hurting them or someone who's, say, not cheating on them, you know, where they can put themselves out there. So let's see what else. Why did they ghost you? Pile number one. We have selfish intentions and also narcissistic behavior, which I can see because we do have the King of Wands here, which is going to be a lot more self-focused, right, with the Nine of Pentacles. Let's see what else. Where did they ghost you? Right? And for some of you, it could be like this person knows they're still hurt. They know they're still healing, but yet they go out and they date. And not to say that you shouldn't do that, but sometimes it's like people know they're repeating a pattern, right? They know, okay, I dated this person and my issues got in the way. So I'm going to date the next person and my issues get in the way. And it's kind of like this pattern of behavior that they repeat where subconsciously they know I'm not ready yet. I'm still healing. I'm not ready. But yet, they're maybe kind of coming in, letting I want this, I want a connection, this is amazing, this is great, I like the way things are going. But then maybe have no, because we have empty words here and promises that never come to be, right? So it makes me feel like this person may already have an idea in their mind that they know I'm still hurt. I have issues allowing myself to be open or vulnerable, so I'm going to enjoy this connection while it lasts until things get too far intense where I have to make a decision or a choice about whether or not I want to move forward with commitment, because that may be something that pile number one wants, and then I'm going to pull back. Okay, so this may even be some of you dealing with kind of like I would call like a repeat offender of someone who has this pattern of behavior where they are just ghosting people, especially with the selfish intentions. Why did they ghost through pile number one? We have mirroring behavior, also reflecting your inner world. Okay. Now, some of you, of course, because when we're connecting with people, we also have to kind of understand that sometimes there can be something about our own energy that is attracted to a certain person energetically, right? So there could be even something that's kind of going on within you, pal number one, where you might have your own emotional blocks, your own, your own fears here about being abandoned, about feeling rejected, someone being loving, open, loyal, things of that nature. And so this person can also be someone who's kind of reflecting, a lot of your own things that you might have going on within you as well, right? Healing from past heartache. Let's see. Why did they ghost to pile number one? We have secretly unhappy in a perpetual state of boredom, right? So with this type of energy, it's kind of like someone is, instead of taking a pause, taking some time to really work on yourself, it's like this person is feeling like, oh, well, if I go to this connection, it's going to make me feel better. It's going to solve my issues. I'm going to be fine. And then kind of doing it over and over and over again. It's like looking to fill that void with something outside of themselves, right? This new connection is going to make me feel better. I'll feel better when I move on to this one. I'll feel better when I'm, in this place. Okay. So last message, pile number one, why did they ghost you? We have, they saw something online and also checking online to get info. Okay. So they may have also, like, if there's somebody who was following you on social media, they may have also saw something that made them kind of like pull back, right? Maybe if they feel like there was any kind of, let's just say if you post like pictures and there's someone who liked your post who left you a comment, and it's like they go online and they see that and they're like, maybe pile number one is dating other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like jumping to conclusions and kind of maybe not having all of the information. If they are someone who is, of course, actively dating and they're dating and finding someone else, again, with that Knight of Swords energy, it's kind of like the attention is kind of like very quickly directed, right, in different places. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number one. I do hope that this was helpful for you guys, and it will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile two. So those of you that resonated with the White Newman Tarot and the Amethyst, this is going to be a reading today. So we're going to find out, why did your person ghost you, disappear, go no contact? For some of you, giving you no closure. Some of you could have been blocked, by a person and just kind of like have no clue why this happened. So let's try to get into it. Pile number two. Let's see, why did they ghost you? Why did they ghost you? Pile number 2. Why did they ghost you? Pile 2. So we're going to start off with the tarot and then pour oracle. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Why did they ghost you? Final 2. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. Why did they ghost you? Okay, so we have the Hermit, and we also have the Three of Wands. Where did they ghost? Pile number 2. We have the Fool. Also the Seven of Swords. Why did they ghost? Pile number 2. 9 of Swords in reverse. We have the Magician. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So I am noticing like the most standout energy that we have is the Hermit, and we've also got the Fool, which are the major arcana that are here. And the Hermit is more or less someone who could potentially be feeling lost. Someone who may be kind of going through a little bit of a dark time in their life, maybe even feeling a little bit depressed. This is someone who chooses to isolate themselves, staying single. They may have been single for a little while, or they also may just be somebody who has kind of like a pattern of behavior where they can push people away out of fears, out of anxiety. I am feeling this person is also someone who's a little bit guarded as well. And kind of like when things move, I feel like very fast or very quickly, it almost makes this person feel like they need to run. Because I'm seeing the Seven of Swords energy here, which the Seven of Swords can talk about someone who their mind, their thoughts are kind of like all over the place. Sometimes the Seven of Swords can be when we're trying to rush into something or feeling rushed even. And the Knight of Swords is also very fast moving energy. It's one of the fastest moving knights within the tarot. And so for some of you, this person could have felt like things were moving too quickly, too fast for them, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that it's too fast for another person who's open and ready for it. But I feel like this person here just felt that need to just kind of be alone, more of like a loner, not really knowing what they want. I feel like within their life, I'm definitely feeling this person may have also had issues with prioritizing their love life. They could have had other things kind of going on in their own personal life. I feel like there was interest, right? This person had interest in you. They felt that there was attraction, that there was desire, but it's almost like the fear of what's next, what's going to happen, like where is this connection going? Is it something that's going to lead to a future? And almost because this person doesn't know what they wanted, that being something that scares them, it also makes them kind of like pull away, pull back. And so, yeah, I'm getting with the Two of Pentacles energy here. It's also like this person kind of going back and forth, like mixed feelings, like part of them saying, yes, I want to move forward. And the other part of them saying, no, I'm not sure if this is really what I want or if I'm even ready for love right now. So I'm going to just kind of pull back here. Okay. Some of you with the Three of Wands energy here, there could have been distance between you and this person. And that could have been also something that was a factor. But I'm also getting this person just feeling very confused. I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. And then following that, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So the Eight of Cups is a card of emotional abandonment, walking away from something, letting something go, something that we feel doesn't necessarily serve us. And I don't feel like this is a reflection of you. I feel like this is more or less a reflection of what this person is going through internally, that they've got their own stuff going on and they just were someone who was just not ready for love, for connection, for relationship. This whole going back and forth here with the Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups is also a card of options and choices. So if this person was somebody who was like actively dating, they could have even felt like I'm dating, but I don't even know what I want. I don't even know what I'm looking for with the Seven of Cups, because This can also be a card of feeling very confused, feeling overwhelmed. And so when this person feels maybe emotionally overwhelmed, they just kind of retreat. Okay, is kind of what I'm seeing here with this person's energy. They could have also been afraid of, starting something new, beginning something new with someone. The full energy is also something that is very free spirited and kind of feeling that they're that need to just kind of keep themselves open to exploring potentials, possibilities. But again, the Seven of Wands taking on a little bit more of a defensive type of energy, you know, a little bit guarded, maybe even kind of seeing, even if it was their own kind of challenges and adversity they were facing. I do feel like with the Nine of Swords energy here, because although we do have it in reverse, I feel like this person runs and pulls away because of the level of anxiety that moving things ahead, moving things forward does bring to them. So it's kind of like when they start to feel something move too fast or too quick, too intense, they feel that need to just kind of pull away. And I'm feeling it's because they don't really have clarity. The person feeling very confused, not really sure what it is that they want or what they're looking for. So they may feel like the best thing for them to do is just kind of pull away, okay, with their hermit energy. Someone who's choosing to isolate themselves, like I said, someone that could be feeling lost, finding out who they are, what they want, you know what I'm saying? It's like they still needed to really just kind of figure it out. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they're looking for. Okay, so we do have strong Virgo energy here. We also have Aquarius energy here as well. Gemini, Libra. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we also have Capricorn energy here as well. So let's pull the oracle and see what other information we can get on this for you. Why did they ghost pile number 2? Why did they ghost pile 2? We have the princess who never smiled, and it says healing. Okay, so this, it just makes me feel like this person may be going through a lot. Just feeling discontent. I feel like, especially with that statement right there, the princess who never smiled, makes me feel like the person's maybe feeling a little bit unhappy or discontent even with their own life. You know what I'm saying? Just feeling lost altogether. Still healing. Okay. Why did they ghost pile number 2? We have Fairy of the Highlands, and it says it's time to be brave. And this may also be recognizing, right, that they're not ready, needing to kind of face their past and be able to kind of work through those energies. Why did they ghost you? And maybe saying that straight out, right? I don't know what I want, or I'm not sure if this is what I'm looking for, is difficult. It brings a lot of anxiety to just kind of say that straight out to someone. Some people are able to do that and let you know what, I'm not ready, or I'm still healing, but some people just don't, right? We have Witch at the end of the world, and it says an important end and a new beginning. And this says to me a lot about this person kind of working towards releasing their past. Okay, I'm seeing how there's a bunch of these lightning bolts that are kind of happening behind her. Why did they ghost you? Pile number 2. We have a time to say goodbye. It says something is about to end for now. And I'm seeing the number 13 on here. So this also says to me like this person going through their own personal transformation. Like I said, a lot of stuff happens within that hermit energy. This is like where we do a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection within ourselves. It's like really trying to find ourselves. Who are we? What do we want? What are we doing in life? Like, where do we want to go? So yeah, it's a lot, can be a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this oracle deck here, which is by V Love and Crystals. It is the Porcelain Dolls Oracle. I do have a discount code for her shop. The discount code is Moon Moth. In her Etsy shop. I will put the link down below for you guys if you guys are wanting to purchase this. So pile number 2, why did they ghost you? We have jaded, indifference, fatigue, and also uninterested. Okay, so it makes me feel like this person wasn't fully present. Even if they were dating you and they were kind of going through the motions and kind of feeling like, okay, I'm in this. it makes me feel like this person jaded from past, right? Jaded from past connections, a feeling of indifference, which to me, this energy very much reminds me of the Four of Cups in the tarot. And the Four of Cups is a card of rejection. It is a card of someone who's feeling indifferent, discontent. It's kind of like you can wave the red flag in front of this person's face, like saying, here it is, here's love, here it is right here for you. And that person just kind of like chooses not to go for it, chooses not to take that opportunity. It's there, right? It's kind of like they see that everything's not so great in their life. So even if they have something amazing come in, it's like they're not in that place where they're open and receptive to receiving that. Okay. So pile two, why did they ghost you? So I would say for this kind of situation, try not to internalize it, okay? Because sometimes we do that and we think, okay, there's something wrong with me. What did I do wrong? Am I not this enough? Am I not that enough? Especially when someone ends up ghosting, right? And going no contact and just kind of disappearing. It says a lot more about that person and what, where they're at energetically than it does about you. Okay. So if this person, it is kind of just like not in that place where they're open and receptive, they're just not ready, right? This person just not knowing what it is that they really want. And, could be dealing with other feelings, other emotions, borderline being depressed and just kind of feeling emptiness that they need to really kind of work on healing within themselves. Why did they ghost you? Pile number two. We have a vulnerability, exposed feelings, guarded heart, and also a fear of rejection. Right? Putting themselves out there again. Why did they ghost you? Pile number two. Why do they ghost you? We have key, soul connection, open heart, and also a significant relationship. I'm kind of getting, because I'm noticing here we've got all these butterflies that are kind of circling around her. Some of you, I feel like you may have, in a way, triggered this person's wounds that needed to be healed. And this kind of reflecting on themselves in a way that they feel like this connection is making my wounds surface, and recognizing that they still have to heal, they still have to work on themselves. I'm feeling like, especially with the Two Pentacles, the whole back and forth, hot and cold, mixed energy from this person. We have love cycles here, attraction, understanding, and a deep attachment. And then we also have dark angel, trauma bonds, emotional abuse, and also narcissism. Okay. So to me, yeah, it could be that this person's still kind of healing from things from their past would got an important end. It makes me feel like this person's still working through closing out a previous cycle. We still have a time to say goodbye. For some of you, it could be like the person not being over their ex. Someone that they still have an attachment to, someone that they still have feelings for. And some of you, it could have been a not so great relationship that this person got out of. And it's like they still have to, like they're trying to give love a chance, but then recognizing there's still feelings, there's still hurt feelings from a previous relationship. But yeah, it kind of makes me feel like for some of you, this person may have not been over an ex-partner. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Pile number two. Why do they ghost you? Because looking at this here, jaded, indifference, fatigue, uninterested, and also the princess who never smiled. Like I said, it kind of makes me feel like the person, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, even if you bring in like the most perfect person, the person of their dreams, they're not ready energetically, right? They're still holding on to a cycle from past. Why do they ghost you? Pile number two. We have deep regret, and it says they think it's too late. Maybe too late for love for them. Person could have also been like very, very inconsistent with you as well, and kind of having regret over that and feeling like I cannot continue to, so let's just say, strain pile number two along. The whole back and forth inconsistency. And if pile number one, let's just say they are someone who you felt a really strong attraction to and they developed an attachment to them, and they're just like, I'm not ready for this. It's kind of like more or less making the decision to miss the opportunity, to push you away, to reject you, because they know that they're not in that place where they are ready. Okay. We have overloaded at work. Work takes over their life. So for some of you, it could be that they are someone who's super busy, right, with work stuff there as well. Why did they ghost you? Pile number 2. We have lack of harmony, not in alignment with you. Okay. So this can also spirit be saying that this person was not on the same page as you, right? Not in alignment with the energy. And then we have they are guarded, fear showing their true self. And then our last message we have, it's hard to read you and also plain hard to get. Which makes me just feel like if this person doesn't know what they want, they're still healing from ex partnerships here. There's a lack of harmony between you and them. Maybe one person giving more time and energy than the other person's even available, emotionally available to do, which kind of gives me this message here too. Kind of someone is just not available, not emotionally available, as well. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here for you. Pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. So those of you that resonate with the Cosmic Slumber Tarot and the Golden Healer Quartz Crystal, this is going to be your reading today. So we're going to find out, why did this person ghost you, why they disappear, went no contact, blocked you, whatever that situation is. And as I was telling pile number 1 and pile number 2, oftentimes when we have people that ghost us, we can have a tendency to internalize a lot of that experience. And, it can take on a lot of feelings of course, pain, sadness, grief, loss of a connection, and be extremely hard on ourselves. And sometimes the reason that people ghost has nothing to do with us at all. That says more or less more about the other person energetically. And I feel like sometimes also gives you like a good glimpse of what type of person they are, how they handle, how they communicate, how they handle, difficult situations in relationships. So I would say take these connections and situations that you go through like this as learning tools in a way in which you recognize, right, how to communicate, how not to communicate. It's like these connections teach you a lot. Of course, I know they can be very painful. I've been ghosted so many times, you guys. Before I got married to my husband, I was just a victim to falling in love super fast, all the stuff, having feelings, then telling a person what my feelings were, and then they would cut me off. And I would be stuck crying and feeling super depressed and sad and feeling like there was something wrong with me, So I had to learn, right, that this says more about where they're at, right? Maybe just not in a place where they were ready for love, and that's okay. Okay. So let's see pile number 3. Why did they ghost you? So yes, please, pile 3, try not to internalize so much of that, and think that there's really anything that's wrong with you, because there's not. You are completely lovable. Let's see, pile 3. Why did the ghost you? And worthy of love, right? The right love with the right person. Okay, so we do have strength. Why did they ghost you? Pile number 3. We have the Fool. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Hierophant. Why did they ghost you? Pile number 3. Okay, so we do have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. We also have the 9 of Torches, which is the 9 of Wands. Very guarded energy from this person as well. I'm feeling for some of you too, there may have been a fear of commitment. Commitment being something that may have also scared this person. It got Queen of Swords, 7 of Swords, Why did they ghost you? The Two of Pentacles. We have the Magician. And then we also have the Hangman. Okay, now I will be honest, as I'm always honest, you guys, when I'm doing readings. I don't, I try to just be honest because you guys need to hear the truth of situations. It doesn't help you to feed you a bunch of BS about your situation. But I am getting from this pile here that this could have very well have been someone who may have only been interested in intimacy. Okay. I'm also getting that this person could have been someone who was dating another person or other people. Okay, is what I'm getting here as well. Um, and I'm feeling like this person is someone who, with the Queen of Swords energy here, very guarded emotionally. They may be somebody who doesn't really allow themselves to open up their heart, to receive love, to give love, to receive love. Um, I feel like this person was interested. Okay, they were interested in you. Um, but I feel like a lot of that intensity and the connection that they felt with you was more or less about lust. Okay, passion, desire, things of that nature. Uh, and I'm feeling like with the Two of Pentacles here, this person could have also had very mixed feelings. They could have been very hot and cold with you, showing you interest, then not showing you interest, and kind of making you feel kind of like very confused. And the Hangman energy is someone who is indecisive, okay? And someone who can create stagnancy in a connection, or they're just not sure whether or not they want to move forward with your connection. I'm also getting there's this look at this guarded energy surrounding the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a symbol of a traditional type of commitment, right? Two people being together in a committed relationship, dating exclusively, things of that nature. And the Nine of Wands being that very guarded energy, and that could be from past wounded, uh, connections they've had. The Ten of Swords is also a very painful ending that this person may have experienced to previous relationships. Some of you, I'm getting this person could have been divorced or even had a really not so great breakup. The Full energy is also a person who is wanting to stay free, someone who feels the need to kind of go out and explore potentials, possibilities. And then we have the Seven of Swords energy here. Now, sometimes the Seven of Swords can talk about deception, illusion, right? So maybe for somebody, this person giving you the illusion of love or illusion of connection or relationship, but also being someone who's very inconsistent and also very guarded when it comes to their emotions and feelings, which I'm not seeing any cups here. Okay. And the cups are about our feelings and our emotions. And it makes me feel like this person could have been like those walls are so high that they're not really allowing somebody in. Now, for some of you with the Seven of Swords energy here, yes, of course, the person could have been sneaky, could have been deceptive, could have been checking out other people. And I'm kind of noticing that with this Seven of Swords, we have this person who's kind of sitting on a cloud and she's kind of looking the other way. Right. So it's kind of like the energy's distracted elsewhere. So it makes me feel for some of you, this person could have been, dating someone else. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling something or comparing two things. Also having mixed feelings. I'm kind of getting there with that. Having to make a choice also with the Two of Pentacles. We're trying to decide which one is the one that we want. Okay. So for some of you, it could have been this person was dating another person. Okay. I want to look at the Seven of Swords. I'm also going to clarify the Strength card. Why is the Seven of Swords here? We have the Queen of Pentacles. This person also running from commitment, avoidant of commitment, afraid of commitment. Why is the Lover's energy here? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this makes me feel like with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, this was like a one-sided connection for you, pile 3. Okay? Meaning that this person was not someone who was willing to put in the same amount of effort into a connection that you were. Okay, there was interest here, yes. Um, but I feel like with the strength card being here, more or less, this is about intimacy, lust for this person, and not willing to put in solid, dedicated effort into actually building a connection with you. Okay, that Six of Pentacles in reverse is talking about someone who's not with the whole equal give and take. You know, both of you kind of maybe being on two different pages as far as what you wanted and what your intentions were than what their intentions were. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with this person's past, fears of commitment, you know, having already gone through maybe some very challenging relationships. So where it's just kind of put like a little bit of a bad taste in this person's mouth to the point where they feel like, I'm afraid of commitment, I'm running from it, you know. And you may have been someone who wanted to really nurture a relationship with this person, and maybe this person kind of being very inconsistent with you with something was also very confusing for you, I could imagine, with sometimes making you feel like, wow, this is going to lead to commitment, but then this person, like, their actions not aligning, right, with their words here. Why is strength here? Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so it makes me feel like there's a lot of, like, this person was super attracted to you. Okay, very, very attracted. Um, a lot of passionate energy towards you, but yeah, with this energy here, it makes me feel like this person didn't have any intention of actual commitment here, and not willing to put forth that effort into uh their relationship, quite honestly. Okay, like I said, the Two Pentacles makes me feel like this person could have been dating others, or, you know, exploring other options, afraid of commitment, not allowing themselves to get involved emotionally with someone, just more or less about superficial, okay, type of connections, no clear intention of relationship. We also have the Five of Wands. Okay, yeah, so the Five of Wands can also be a card of comparison, competition. Okay, so they could have been someone who was dating another person or other people, and comparing you to other people they had gone on a date with. And um, again, this Hangman energy is someone who's very indecisive, may even feel like they needed to just kind of let go because their interest. And I feel like with the Magician energy here, this person is looking, I feel like, to manifest something, in a sense that wanting something, I feel like, more casual. Okay, yeah, this person with the Six of Swords energy. With the Six of Swords, this is more or less Spirit saying here this could have been a transitional connection for you, meaning that it was something that wasn't meant to last. It could have been super intense, super passionate with this person, but this person almost like just not letting you in. Okay, person afraid of commitment, avoiding commitment, only about the intensity, only about the passion, desire, things of that nature, but not someone who's going to put actual investment of time and energy into a committed partnership with you. Okay, which is kind of what I'm getting from that. So let's look at the Oracle messages, pile number 3. Why did they ghost you? Why did they ghost you? Pile number 3. We have, you can't go back to yesterday, and it says be in the present. We also have, it's time to be brave. We have never jam today, and it says promises that never come to be, empty words, and not living in the now. So this person could have also been someone who's, you know, holding on to past stuff from their previous relationships that may have ended in a not so great way. But this also says to me a lot about this person not being completely upfront and honest with you about their intentions, right? Empty words, promises that never come to be, makes me feel like this person was someone who was leading you on, okay? Stringing you along. Why do they ghost you? We have Rumpelstiltskin with secrets, okay? Secrets. And then we have Alice in the Sea of Tears, and it says cast away out of your depths and also feeling abandoned. So some of you could have been that this person, you know, could have been going through or dealing with a lot of blocked or repressed feelings and emotions, but you could have also been someone who had very strong feelings and emotions, or even like, let's just say if you had like a friends with benefits type of situation with this person and you caught feelings, and this person was someone who was just like, nope, I'm not committing. I'm not going to be in a relationship. I'm not going to put myself to get hurt again. Okay. So it makes me feel like, in a way, cast away, feeling abandoned is, of course, something that this person's made you feel. But it also tells me a lot about this person, like suppressing a lot of their feelings and their emotions from their past that they're still dealing with, you know? And it could be that they connect with people very superficially because they know maybe subconsciously they're not ready for love, they're not ready for relationships here, but we have secrets here. So like I said, for some of you, this person could have maybe some other stuff going on in their life, or if they were somebody who was dating another person and just not telling you. Okay. So I'm going to go into this deck here. It is the Porcelain Dolls Oracle. This one is available on Etsy. It is by V Love and Crystals. I do have a code for this for you guys if you want to have a discount on purchasing this deck. I will put the shop link down below for you guys. The code is Moon Moth. Okay, Moon Moth. But I will put that down below. Why did they ghost you? Pile number 3. We have hearts, romance, affection, and also deep feelings. We also have child, and it says fresh start, innocence, and also young love. We have sorrow, abandonment, guilt, and also disappointment. It makes me feel like with these combination of these cards out here too, you could have been someone who, like I said, who showed a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions to this person, or were far more emotionally invested. Okay, because we have that Six of Pentacles, like I said, when it's in reverse, there is an imbalance. It's one-sided. One person far more invested than the other person is. Okay, and that person with the child energy here, it makes me feel like there's emotional immaturity that's happening with the way that this person is kind of handling things. Not being straight up and telling you, hey, this is what I'm going through, and I don't think that I'm ready, or, I don't have any intention of, and I mean, for some of you, it could have been that this person told you straight out, I don't want anything serious right now, but then the feelings come in anyway, right? Of course, you have feelings, you develop feelings. So we have abandonment and we have guilt and disappointment. So this person could have also straight ghosted you because they felt bad. They felt bad that you may have been someone who opened your heart, were showing your feelings, and this person was not in the same place where they were ready to put their feelings out there. Right? So in a way, we have abandonment here, abandonment, feeling guilty. Okay. We have fish here, wealth, deep connection, also ebb and flow. And I feel like because we have these feelings, or I'm sorry, we have these cards here talking about deep connection, romance, affection, wealth, it makes me feel like this person, what do we have at the bottom here? Let me see. The star. Okay. With the star energy, it makes me feel like this person saw your light. They saw what you were willing to give into this connection. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like this person knowing, how do I say this? Kind of seeing the genuine energy that you were bringing into this, and almost like, I can't do this to them. I can't hurt them. Even though, of course, yes, ghosting hurts, but in your mind, you're thinking, I can't continue to lead this person on. This person really has feelings for me. I see that there is something I feel like maybe that they felt was very special between the two of you. And just kind of knowing within their heart, this isn't right. I can't continue to allow myself to lead pile number 3 on, right? Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. We have coffin here, a painful ending, dying love, and also a troubled relationship. Now, some of you could have had some challenges with this connection with this person. And if that was the case, then this person could have also had a change in perspective, okay? Because we do have the hangman energy here. So They could have had a change or a change of heart, right? And not wanting to kind of move forward with a relationship, not wanting to commit, running away from it. Seeing kind of like the light and the love that you bring in, your emotions, your feelings, and the intensity of that, but not at a point in their life where they were ready to invest maybe in the same way that you were. Okay. Knowing that there was maybe a deep connection between the two of you, but also not being ready for that, not being prepared, right? Is kind of what I'm seeing here. And then we have the coffin, painful ending, dying love, troubled relationship. Now that could be reflective of your connection with them, but it can also be the painful ending of a previous connection that this person is still not over yet, and the reason for which they are someone who is very guarded. Okay, very guarded here. So let's see what else. Pile number 3. Why did they ghost you? You know, and I feel like empty words, promises that never come to be, and also it's time to be brave. To me, that's also cutting things off with you, right? Enough of telling you, yes, this is great. Yes, this is amazing. Yes, there's a future. Yes, there's this. Yes, there's that. It's like, yeah, it just makes me feel like this person is maybe wasn't being completely open and upfront, right, about what their intentions were, what they want. So it's kind of like now, instead of leading someone on, tell the truth. You know, tell the truth about what it is that you really want here. Okay? We have trying to keep their power, and it says wants the upper hand, right? So it's kind of like they don't want to be in a place where they feel vulnerable. I kind of get with that. Trying to keep their power, right? Maybe their independence. We have they are unawakened, and it says they don't see your magic. Okay. Why did they ghost you? Too much to make it work and tired of putting in the effort. Especially for those of you that had trouble, right? Conflict, challenges, arguing, fighting, disagreements. They may have felt like this is too much. I don't want to try anymore. We have testing each other and pushing each other's buttons. Okay, pushing each other's buttons. And then we have there's a choice to make, loves you and someone else. Okay, and that could be the case where some of you, where this person could have been involved with another person or even not over another person. Okay, maybe somebody from their past or somebody that they're currently dealing with. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here for you, pile number 3. I do hope that this was helpful for you guys of understanding why, the reasons this person ghosted you. And I will see you guys in the next reading.